And up next, we have William Veve, who's the CEO of Verde Media, who is the first company to launch a new needleless injection.
That's great. I hate needles.
Can you imagine? No needles?
Yeah.
Is that such a thing? It kind of sounds a little bit like Star Trek to me. So we're bringing on the CEO. So you'll be loving this conversation that's coming next because it's Saturday and I'm here to bring you the interesting and the skinny on Amilya 77 WABC. Okay, we all want to have $1 million look. We do. But you know what? You can't have it with thinning and weak hair and all it falling out. It's awful. I know this so well. But guess what? There's a new product from Provia. Now, a new product called Provia from Chamonix that strengthens your hair follicles and gives you that fuller, thicker, stronger hair, the one that you've always dreamed of. It's what I've always wanted. And Provia has worked for thousands of men and women across the country. And now this scientific breakthrough is available to you. It's from our friends at Chamonix. You can see the amazing results for yourself. And guess what? Today, right now, if you call during the show, it's absolutely free. That's right. You can try Provia free now at 1-800-481-5160, 1-800-481-5160. You only have to pay for the shipping, and you can start enjoying fuller, thicker hair, stronger hair, the natural way. Provia works for both men and women. Yes, ladies, it works for us too, finally, and it's safe for colored hair. But wait, it gets better. If you order now, you can get their brand new Provia Super Concentrate formula, also absolutely free, because it will give you faster results. So try Provia free today. It's one of my favorite products. Call 1-800-481-5160, 1-800-481-5160. You got to call during the show and tell them Amilya sent you.
If your mind can't believe what your ears are hearing, you know you've tuned to Amilya on 77 WABC.
That's right. It is Saturday, and I'm Amilya, and this is Amilya Show, broadcasting live from WABC in New York City and streaming live on iHeartRadio.com. So excited about that. And Amilya.com worldwide. Okay, I'm constantly fascinated by medical science. It's something I always watch. It's a topic I always have. And so in my lifetime, I've gone from seeing people having to get their chest cracked open to simply putting a tube up through their thigh. Medical technology has just changed so much. So they've gone from some of these really painful experiences in medicine, and one of the ones that nobody ever likes is a needle injection. It turns out that 20% of Americans can't even stand the sight of a needle. I know a short little Jewish man who stands right next to me who hates needles in every way, shape, or form. So lately, there has been this push to finally ditch needles that are so painful. And can you imagine getting an injection kind of like Star Trek used to be with no needles at all? So I had to. I was like, okay, we got to dive into this because it turns out that a needleless injection, one, it is possible. It actually was created decades ago, but for some reason it's not been available. So how in the world, needleless injections, why they're starting to gain some steam, and apparently they're safe and more sanitary to use. I mean, come on, it's a huge business. Can you imagine how many needles are used every day just in vaccinations, dentist office, let alone the cosmetic industry, correct? So I wanted to learn more about the subject, and we brought in an expert because that's what we like to do here. So in studio with me now is William Veve. Is that how you say your last name?
Veve.
Veve. That's kind of cuter when you say it than when I said it. You are the CEO of Verde Media, which is the first company to launch a new needleless injection. That is so cool.
Correct.
Right? We all hate them, right? Why did this not happen? Why didn't you get to this sooner? Could you have not hurried up? Come on. This is incredible. I love this. I saw the video. I watched the whole thing. And it seems so long overdue. Because again, like I was saying, my executive producer, he hates needles. 20% of us agree. So where in the world? So it says the company is Verde Media. Why would a media company get involved with needleless injections? Doesn't it seem kind of...
Yeah, and I'll explain that. Thank you very much for having me on the show. Really appreciate it. Verde Media Group, Inc. I brought a whole bunch of my assets and then diversified into biotech. We made two key acquisitions recently. One was with a Boston-based tech firm on our omega-3 platform, and then the most important one, and what we're here talking about today, is BeautyJect, Inc. Really excited about that. It's a needleless injection system. It's going to revolutionize the cosmetic industry, and we're focused solely on the cosmetic industry. And it'll be the first needleless injection system on the market for the cosmetic industry.
Right. And so are you trying to capitalize more on the Hollywood kind of starlet kind of side of this?
Well, we're looking at it at two bases. We have both professionals that are going to be adopting our system, and then really the big market and what we really care about is the at-home use and being able to have men and women use this product at home after a quick e-learning experience.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you imagine using a syringe on your? No, that would be bad. That would no. That would absolutely. So does a needleless inject? Does it actually work? I mean, kind of like a needle does. I mean, are we talking about the same kind of effects?
It's completely different, and it uses what's called a pouring system, which is the revolution in the technology, and it literally pours the application subcutaneously through your skin. And this is done through pressure, and it's a proprietary system that we've developed for facial applications.
Got it. So, when I'm reading the research, it says that needleless injection has been around, the technology has been around since the 40s. So why is it we're just hearing about it now?
Well, that's true. It has been around since the 40s. The military has adopted it for inoculations. Certain medications can only be put through on needles. And then when it comes to the cosmetic industry, they're pretty comfortable with the way things work due to the size of the market. So we're going to be disruptive in the fact that we're going to launch this nationwide as a new product for cosmetic applications. And that's really where we're coming at. And
so is a needleless injection, is it reusable? Is it just like a one-time thing?
Well, that's the beauty of this. It's going to be a one-time application where you can then repurchase the products that we develop as well that come in a single ampule. So there's a longer shelf life, it's safer, cleaner, and disposable.
And what about safety? Because we've read all the articles we want to on dirty needles and stuff like that. What about the safety for this?
Well, there is no needle, so there's no worries about pricking yourself with anything. So once you finish it, you can simply
So there's
throw
no
it away.
penetration.
It's a pouring method where the pressure through a microscopic opening in an ampule pushes the application of what you're using through the skin subcutaneously.
Got it. Okay. It seems fascinating to me, but it totally, for me, definitely sounds more sanitary. It sounds cleaner to me.
It's sanitary, it's clean, it's exciting, and it can be used at home. That's the beauty of it.
I can't even imagine using it at home. That just, like, here, take this needle home. No, but okay, here, take this device home. So you're saying there's going to be a video that teaches people how to do it?
Yes, complete e-learning course, absolutely. And then for the beauticians on the professional side, when we launch that as well, they'll have a whole coursework as well.
That's we're going to have to talk. Okay, so we're going to be talking more after the break because this is just fascinating to me. Can you imagine a world without needles? Oh, I love when the pain meter has to go down because it's Saturday and I'm Amilya at 77 WABC. Prostate cancer diagnosis impacts you and your loved ones. And when you're considering your treatment options, you may even believe that all treatment options will lead to horrible side effects, like impotence and incontinence. And while that's true with traditional treatments such as standard radiation and surgery, and it can lead to those serious side effects, those are not your only treatment options, especially if you live here. Because the ProCure Proton Therapy Center here in Somerset, New Jersey, you can receive proton therapy that precisely targets tumors. Proton therapy delivers up to 60% less radiation to the surrounding tissue. Proton therapy is Medicare approved for prostate cancer, and it minimizes the risk of side effects. Most men who receive this treatment report mild to absolutely no side effects. And if you live here, guess what? They are available to you because the ProCure Proton Therapy is here in Somerset, New Jersey, so you can live a life, intimacy included. So if you want to learn more about the advantages of proton therapy and the only proton therapy center here in the tri-state region, please visit procure.com or call 1-855-3-PROTON. That's 1-855-3-PROTON. They're an amazing, incredible staff. Call them today, and they can give you so many answers. Tell them you heard them here at Amilya.
She started businesses from scratch. She's employed thousands and humbled CEOs and investors in their own boardrooms. Here is Amilya on 77 WABC.
That's right, and I am Amilya, and you're listening, broadcasting live from WABC in New York City and streaming live on iHeart. Radio.com and Amilya.com worldwide. Yes, I am Amilya. And in the studio with me is the CEO of Verde Media, which is the first company to launch a new needleless injection process. I was fascinated by this needleless. So let me ask you, why are you focused specifically on the cosmetic industry first?
Well, one, obviously, the size of the cosmetic industry. It's a $230 billion industry. And when you go boil that down to the needle-free injectors, it's a $2 billion industry. So there's a huge disparity between both of those. And we're going to be disruptive and offer the cosmetic industry a new way to deliver their applications. When you apply topically, you only get to the top of the skin, and we're going to offer an at-home system that allows you to subcutaneously below the skin deliver those products that will help tremendously, of which sometimes you have to go to, have them professionally applied with needles, which hurts. There's a lot of trauma, a lot of expense. So we're lowering the expense, increasing the access, and giving everyone an at-home option that has never been really afforded by the cosmetic industry with our relationships and our proprietary technology. It's very exciting.
Yeah, well, and access. I mean, again, if you can deliver something down deeper and get a better result, I definitely that's why they're there to begin with. So that's fascinating
and pain free.
I know, like the whole thought of a needle. I'm like, oh, okay, those are just awful. And it definitely looks, for me, when I watch the video, look kind of like Star Trek-y. I'm like, oh, I remember seeing that. So will the technology lead to other like non-invasive breakthroughs in medicine? I mean, it seems like you're opening Pandora's box with this whole thought, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty. All innovation leads to innovation, and we're excited to have people follow us.
Yeah. So do you have any guts on what's coming next? Right.
I don't really know what's coming next, but the digital revolution, we should probably ask Elon Musk.
There we go.
Maybe Google. They have all
when
the
you were
answers.
A little boy, I'm not sure you were going, I'm going to be in the needleless business. Right? I mean, farthest from your mind, right? No?
Pretty far.
Pretty far. There you go.
Far.
I love it. So how can we learn more about your company, what you're doing, find out about it? Where do we go?
Yeah, you can go to verdemediagroup.com. That's our website. You can call anytime, 310-954-9160. Press 1. I'll answer the phone. I'm a very open CEO. I'd love to represent the company. Additionally, we're traded on the OTC markets under the symbol VMGI, so you can follow our stock actively day by day, and on Twitter at Verde Media Group, and Facebook, of course, because that's a standard.
I think it's going to be fascinating because, again, and we did quick, took some analysis. 20% of people are absolutely just, the sight of needles just causes them to start to, sweat. So I think you're doing such a great service to remove them, especially like kids and stuff. I mean, the whole thing of needles is just makes everybody cringe. So I love how technology is just, continuing to evolve to take out these like little tiny aggravating pain points in our lives. I mean, all you have to do is say to my daughter, dentist, and she freaks out because she's like, no needles, just no needles, please no needles. So I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it. And I like the video too. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for what you're doing, taking pain out of our world. What a great way to be a CEO. And I'm Amilya, always here on Saturdays, trying to keep things entertaining for you. You can find me here on 77 WABC. Okay, if your mortgage rate is 2.55% and your APR is 2.9% and you want a better rate, pay close to the hidden chain, you can urge you right now to call 1-800-700-8068. It's 1-800-700-8068 right now to get the low 10-year fixed rate of 2.75% with an APR of 2.99%. So when you call 1-800-700-8068, a mortgage specialist from our friends at Network Capital Funding Corporation will help you determine right there how much money you can be saving. The call is quick. It only takes a few minutes, and you can get a low fixed rate of 2.75% with an APR of 2.99%. And it's only for you, the WABC listeners. It's from our friends at Network Capital. Capital. And if you're asking yourself, how in the world can they offer such a low rate? Well, the answer is it's because they're a direct lender. It's their money that they're lending. So make a call now, 1-800-700-8068. Let them know that you are from WABC, and they can give you the low 10-year rate at 2.75% with an APR of 2.99%. That's right, 1-800-700-8068. That's 1-800-700-8068 from our friends at Network Capital.
She's not here to change your mind, but she will get you to think for yourself. It's more of Amilya on 77 WABC.
That's right. I am Amilya. Happy Saturday, and thank you for letting me join you on this Saturday. I'm broadcasting live from WABC in New York City and streaming live on iHeart. Radio.com and Amilya.com worldwide. My executive producer, Kevin Dom, is in the studio with me because we've been watching the social media.
Yeah,
I love social media.
Yeah, me too. And I always like, we always get to hear on social media exactly how people responded to some of the shows we did. We did a show, I think about a month back on greed. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was good. You can check out all of our podcasts at amilya.com. You can find all our past shows, and Van, our digital expert, does a great job of labeling them. There's always the picture of the week there. Anyway, Kim Banks on that greed show, she said, Facebook post said, "Greed is tood. Hi, Amilya, fabulous show as always. Related to your topic, greed. My greedy attitude kept me from allowing my business to reach the level of recognition and success I'd imagined for the pet set. Friends, colleagues, industry experts, everybody repeatedly counseled me regarding my pricing platform, packaging, and expenditures. I refused to acknowledge their advice." See, it's all about advice.
Wow.
My tood was, it was all my vision. Only I can know what business decisions must be determined. Guess what I got for all my strategic tood greed? Back to the starting line. LOL, not.
Wow. That's a great post.
Yeah.
Honest, raw, true. We all learn when
you
we go
and I
into
have
business.
this when we consult with companies, right? How frustrating is it when we try and give them the advice? And
You know what? But she's going to come back 10 times better and stronger because she learned the lesson, she felt the pain, and she's going to now, her wings are going to be double the span. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
She was, she put her ego aside finally.
Yeah, I'd have to do that. I have to do it too.
There's barely enough room in this studio between you and I for anybody else.
I have to actually take it off, hang it in the closet. Yeah.
I like to keep mine in my wallet where it belongs.
There you go. That's a good place. Mine's in my high heels.
Last week we had Eitan Muhammad on, who was
I like
fascinating.
Him.
Yeah, he was really interesting.
The real hip hop network.
Yeah, hip hop producer. And
Larry, you don't want to try to stump him. He knew his stuff.
No. I couldn't even get close to the knowledge level on hip hop.
Snoop Dogg performed right across the street from me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Just on the street corner?
No.
Did you perform for him first?
No, at the new Westbury amphitheater they just opened.
Okay. Oh, great.
Yeah,
but I thought all of a sudden he was Snoop Lion, and then he went back to Snoop Dogg, and the man
woof,
changes
woof.
animals.
I don't know what to tell you.
Than,
there you go.
But let's see. Larry Weingarten said about Eitan and rap hip hop culture. He says, "I think you should have been tougher with the rap producer you had on Sunday. You should have said to him that rap demeans women and glorifies gangster style, and all those kids want to be rap stars and look down on kids that study for exams. You did no service to all those poor kids that won't get work because they want to be rap stars and look up to thugs like the one on your show. He was emulated too much." Wow, thought he was a thug.
Well, there you go. You know what? But I think that's part of what he's trying to do is bring out the messages that aren't out there right now. I think that's the whole passion for him, is that some of these rappers are very educated and have huge passion.
It seemed like Eitan was looking to...
He's looking to spin the images because he wants to get it away from that. That's his whole passion. So, but thank you for the comment. I need to do a better job interviewing, clearly.
Oh, and by the way, I want to make clear, Mark Scoop did a phenomenal job on putting together this whole Sandhog piece. We didn't have time for the second piece today, so we promise we are going to run the second part of that Sandhog series coming up probably sometime in August, and we'll make it available on the website as well.
Awesome. It was good. That was fascinating. And I like the social. So please, what you like or what you hate, I don't care. I want to hear it at Amilya.com because we read all of the social. I want want to thank William Veve, the CEO of Verde Media Group, for coming in. You can get more information for him at verdemediagroup.com. Special thanks to 1-800-publicrelations.com for all of their PR and media support. Big shout out to Mr. Matt over there. And thank you to our callers. Whether you get us live on the line or if you bring it through social, we read them all. And I really, huge gratitude. Kevin Dom, thank you for joining me in studio. Mr. Mark Scoop Burke, thank you very much. He always brings us the features each week. So Scoop, thank you very much for your help. He helps us behind the scenes as well. And I'm nothing without my team. Van, Christopher, Todd, David, Mr. Mike. Thank you very much. You can find about them. And our noodle thought is be wary of superficial goals because you might actually reach them. And guess what's coming on next week is our general manager.